Welcome back to WJC at 9. Ken Adams, Charlie Toomey. Lacrosse coaches at Loyola. Greyhounds in the house. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Great to have you here, Marty.
Great to be back with you.
Awesome. Good to see you, Marty.
So what we're talking about here is a local landmark. We're inside the Air Dome. If you've ever driven up the JFX, north or southbound, you look over and you see this big white thing, and it's the Air Dome of Loyola. 2 years ago, K2 and I brought you in here just because we were curious what it looked like inside. But now it's like a local landmark. When you tell folks outside of sports, just your neighbors and whatnot, yeah, that's where I work, do they go, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the thing is you can drive off 83, as you mentioned. You can look to the side, and it's a big visual landmark, like you mentioned. And so a lot of people are curious. They're like, what is that big thing over there? And being able to tell them it's a full field facility that we're able to play in year round is incredible.
So same question to you, Charlie. You know, you meet somebody, you're out, hey, you're the lacrosse coach, championship lacrosse coach at Loyola. You work in that white thing?
Yeah, campus changes a little bit just after Thanksgiving when this goes up, right? And Loyola puts this up there really good for Jen and I, just to give us a climate-controlled environment, you know, all spring long. So to be able to walk in here and see a full field with perfect temperature and great lighting, it's pretty awesome.
So when someone asks you, well, what's it like inside? What's it look like? Forgetting the field, what do you tell them?
Yeah, I think the incredible thing is visually, it is completely opposite to what you'd think from the outside. It looks big, but when you get inside and you realize the magnitude of this air dome, it's incredible. Obviously, the ceiling's high, which isn't normal for an air dome. So to have this full field and the ability to be able to play, again, a full field scrimmage and be able to compete throughout our entire, no matter the weather, it can be snowing outside and we're in here being able to compete. There's nothing better in the city of Baltimore.
You really don't see the full magnitude of it from the road, though.
Yeah, you're right. You've got to really walk in here and look around to appreciate it. You know, the one group that probably looks in here and says, oh man, white ceilings, white balls are our goaltenders. It's a little bit of a challenge, but it actually forces them to really hone in a little bit more so.
That's when he looks at him and says, suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I tell you what, K2 and I are thrilled to bring you in here. I mean, it is quite a spectacle. And K2 has the best view. But coming up next half hour, do you know there's a connection between this building and a team in the NBA? We're going to explain it all coming up shortly. Young Williams, you take it away.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you very much.
Hi, welcome back. WJZ 9, Jen Adams, Charlie Toomey. Lacrosse coaches at the legendary Loyola. I mean, what you all have done with your programs. I mean, let's be honest about it. Kids are wanting to come to play for you. And then you throw this thing in. Does that seal the deal?
It certainly sweetens the deal. It's very nice. But obviously, you know, men's lacrosse winning a national championship in 2012. Players like we're going to mention Pat Spencer coming through, and on the women's side, we've had some Tewaaraton candidates. Like, this is a place to come if you want to be successful and you want to develop as a player.
Let's talk about Pat Spencer. How does a kid go from playing lacrosse in here to the NBA, to the Golden State Warriors? I don't know if a lot of our audience understands there's two local guys from Davidsonville, Maryland, playing in the NBA. Cam and Pat. Cam plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pat plays for Golden State.
Incredible athletes, late developing, late bloomer guys in high school to where they got to in college. Probably the most competitive young men that have ever probably been on this campus, truthfully. They just flat out compete, and their love of being a true two-sport athlete, you know, I think really helped them through that development to get to where they are now.
I'm trying to remember the player that came in behind Pat wearing his Loyola basketball jersey a couple of weeks ago to an NBA game. You see that picture?
I did, yes. Very cool.
I mean, here it is, green and white, Greyhounds.
It is awesome.
In the NBA. Wild. Again, we wanted to talk about Pat and Cam, but we also are inside this local landmark, and we can't thank you all enough for hosting us. I mean, legit and for real. Let's just turn around. You never turn your back to the camera. But when you look at this, do you still go, wow?
Absolutely. You know, I think every time this dome goes up just after Thanksgiving and you walk back in for the first time, you know, after it being down for a year, The magnitude, just the feeling of it, it's impressive, and it's on a grand scale, which is very awesome.
Cool. You start practice here.
Yeah, we started yesterday, but we really smile when we start to see snowflakes. When we feel the pitter-patter of rain up there, that's when we're smiling, because this place is awesome.
And it's a local landmark, and tens of thousands of you see it every day. Thanks, Loyola, so much for hosting us again. We got another local landmark tomorrow on Where's Marty? We'll be in Fells Point. You got to tune in for this one. Back to you.